All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sara Seti. Kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right. We in the house. We in the house. Y'all already know what time it is. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com. Online marketplace. Official General Sara Seti DVD lectures. T-shirts and hoodies. African and Kemetic jewelry. African holistic herbal tonics and remedies. We got home decor for the family, accessories for every room in the house, living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. We got you 20% off at this time. Run, check us out, kingseti.com, the official General Sara Seti marketplace. That's right. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University, over 900 video presentations for your family, over 900 video presentations for you, dealing with African history, heritage, African spirituality, mental warfare, nation building, advanced African academics for you, developing the Black nation one lesson at a time. The complete General Sara Seti website. Get your behind in class today. Don't you wait. Don't you hesitate. That's right, family. Just came off of Patreon, as you can see back there. I just dropped the golem. Just dropped the golem, family. the soulless man that walks the planet bringing death and destruction. Golem. You got to check it out. I mean, powerful information that cannot be, it's too much fire. It's too much fire out there. You understand what I'm saying? Peace to the family out there. Yeah, let me drop that. Get a good brother. Let me put the good brother in there. Yeah, appreciate you. Baptism in the ism. Do you feel me? I like that. You feel me? Appreciate you. Appreciate you, family. You see? That's right. Just drop that golem. You know what I'm saying? And go and come in tomorrow with that firepower. We got the matter of fact, I'll put it up there. We got this Sunday, March the 12th. We got did ancient African scientists graph the other races? Is the story of Yakub true? I'm going to go in depth on all the ancient manuscripts that speak to the grafting of a thing unnatural to, the African race. These anomalies that come, out of nowhere, that is being spoken about all through the ancient scriptures. You see a creature unlike anything known to African people. And so we got to discuss, the truth and the reality of that. Matter of fact, let me go and throw that in there for y'all. Let me go and throw that in there for y'all. You see, so you don't, you got all the opportunity. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, get that making of the white man too by I believe his name Paul. I believe it's Paul Lawrence. Check him out though. You see, check him out. Let me see. Matter of fact, hold on. Check him out, family. Hold on. Let me see if that's showing up. Okay. Yeah, it's in there. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get busy, family. Oh, and make sure. Oh, yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, in Patreon, y'all make sure because we popping on Patreon, of course, in exclusive live streams, and where I could take it to the next level. And I know if I would have took it, here at any given time, it would not be here. So you got to get on Patreon and get them exclusive live streams where I can take it up or not. Sometimes they won't even let me take it. I had to be careful even there. So I had to. This next one, I had to take it straight, to live stream. You feel me? I had to take it straight to the live stream so I can give it to you like it need to be given. You see? And so Patreon popping. Make sure you get over there. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels. General Seti, Sara, Seti, King Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. And the moderators will too. So don't do that. All right. The third eye in its connection to Satan. See, we going where no minds is going. They're not telling y'all this information because they don't know it. They don't know it. You see, what are we talking about when we say, let me get in here. It says the third eye connected to Satan? Like, this nigga said he be going some places. What is he talking about, man? All this shit they been saying. They saying, yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, this is how we do this. You see? Nah. This is a good place to start. You see? This is a good place to start. All right. Let's rock and roll, y'all. Let's rock and roll. So we can understand this. Yeah. Let me get that on out of there so we can see some. I'll bring it in and out. Now, let me because it's too. Let me get it back. Let me see how we looking out there. Okay, I don't need. Let me bring it in a little bit so we can see everything. All right. So when we talk, again, a lot of information is spoken of in parable. You see, and if you don't have a teacher that's gonna pull back that veil, they're gonna have you ask. And I hear niggas out there, and they nowhere near the facts. They nowhere near the facts. You have to understand astronomy. You have to understand cosmology. You even have to understand the sacred zoo types of our people and the divine definition of them zoo types. So because many times they'll call on these zoo types as a means to direct you to a cosmological entity or an astronomical entity. You see, so when we talk about the dragon, see, you got to understand that the dragon is a symbol of the sun. You see, that's what you got to understand first and foremost, that the dragon is a symbol of the sun. And the serpent is also the dragon. You see, the serpent is also the dragon, and when you see, and I'm gonna show you this. You see that the serpent is a symbol of frequency. It is a symbol of sound. It is a symbol of frequency, sound, and also waves. You see, when you're dealing with waves of energy and waves of frequency. You see, so many times, as you can see here, with the solar frequency and energy coming and blessing the earth with its power and energy, you see, is depicted serpentine. And that's for a reason, because our ancestors were the first to depict all frequency, energy, in the form of waves of serpentine shapes. Even the numbers, you see, are serpentine. When you look at it, it's serpentine. And so Satan was also depicted as the great dragon. You see, as the great dragon, the serpent, and you got to understand that. When you see here, let me show you. So when you see, how the serpent, you have to understand is descending from heaven. Understand that. You know, the frequencies of the universe is descending to earth from the heavens. Okay? We're gonna tie this all together so you have an understanding. And so when you start talking about let's go down here. Where that one at? Here. See? Frequency, sound, waves. You see, and you see again, let me put that in there so you can see this. See, you don't understand. You thinking that it's just no, it's science, you know, spiritual science. You know, so when you see the serpent, you see frequency, sound, and waves. So though you see the serpent, our ancestors is depicting frequency, sounds, and waves. See, so you got to look and see it. But if nobody's telling you this, again, when you see here, you see the serpent, and then you see wait a minute, you see the oscillator. You see, this is how now where did science get it from? You see, where did modern science get it? Because all thoughts come from somewhere. You see? So all thoughts come from somewhere. Where did science get it from? You see? They got it from our ancestors because our ancestors depicted sound, frequency, and waves in the serpentine form. You see? Even when you see sound here, coming in is serpentine, waves. And so again, water. And so with waves come also water. And that's where you get the Leviathan, and you get these the Nagas is even they are also serpent deities that are associated with water. You see, and water being a symbol of creation. You see, when you're dealing with the woman and you're dealing with, when she's ready to give birth, her water break. You see, and so it's always, so the dragon was always considered a deity of creation. And so when I talk to y'all about, etymology, and when you talk about etymology, or Gorgon, Ouroboros, you see, you get the serpentine dragon etymology. Sorcerer, you see, they're dealing with the energy, the magic of the dragon. Orb, the orb, you will see. Matter of fact, where's the let me show you. I'm gonna just throw that out because I don't want to look for it. Dragon. I wish I had that one. I love that picture with the dragon. But this is good. This is good. This is gonna work. It's gonna work. Even that one with this one powerful too. When you're dealing with the orb, let me drop this down. I like working in real time sometimes anyway. You know what I'm saying? I work in real time. Hopefully I can get these in here. Okay. It don't want me to have that one. It don't want me, but you know what? I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take a damn screenshot of it and drop it in anyway. You see, and I'm gonna make it quick. I'm gonna make it quick. Okay, there you go. Okay. So here, let me drop that on in there. So you see the drag, you see the orb, you see, which is symbolic of the sun. You see, because the dragon, and that's why you see the Egyptians Uraeus. You see the sun is above the serpent, which I'm gonna deal with that. So, but let me get the one that show the sun. Let me see if they got the one with the sun. Even here. You know, when you see these symbols, you might not even understand what they mean, but you got to understand it's a symbol of the sun and the power of the sun. You see? So when they talk about the dragon, see anything, you know, they are diametric opposites. Let me see if it goes in. See? So when most people see this, they ain't gonna understand what it means. You see, that's the sun. They're just like the Caduceus, how they, you know, they took the sun, the wing sun disk of ancient and shrunk it. You know, they shrunk it down so that you would not, you know, most people wouldn't know that was the sun up there. But they didn't shrunk it to the extent, you see. Now we talk about the wing sun dish. You see, this is another. You know, this is one of those symbols where they hide, you know, the information. And if you ain't understanding of it, you see, that's the wing sun dish. You know, that's the wing. So we talk about the return of the dragon. We talking about the return of Ra. You see, you talking about the return of Ra. Let me drop that down in there. Matter of fact, let me see. I'm gonna just put the sun in there so you can see. Nah, now you understand. Now you will understand. Matter of fact, now I like that one too. You see, when you put this one in there, you see how now the orb is the sun. It's showing you what the orb is. You see, it's showing you what the orb is. This is where you get the Naga pearl. You see, this is where you get the Naga pearl, and so on. Wait a minute, let me get this. Let me get this back over here. Let me get that over here. See, it's symbolic of the sun. This is another one. You know, so when they talk about the dragon, see, anything that is divine to us gonna be, you understand, they're gonna demonize it. You see, that's what they're gonna do. You see, they're gonna demonize it. And so, you know, what they say is, let's get to it. Wait a minute. Matter of fact, I don't want to jump the gun. I don't want to jump the gun. I don't want to jump the gun yet. You know, I don't want to jump the gun yet. But matter of fact, let me show you this. So this one right here shows you Satan, hear me out, the dragon, the serpent falling from heaven. You see? But what is the metaphysical understanding of that? What is the metaphysical understanding of that? You see? Now, when you go into the Kemetic temples, the Naga Kushite temples, I'm gonna tell you what you see. You know, when you go into the now this is in Benin, you see, and this is the Oba's palace in Benin before the 19th century. Okay, roofs of old Benin city, scaled down version of the tower with a brass snake and bird that adorn the Oba's palace in Benin. Okay, now you always see that the serpent is descending from heaven. You see, when you go into the Naga Kushites, you see, when you see the Nagas, they're descending from heaven. You got to understand this because we already have identified that the serpent is also symbolic of spiritual frequency. You see, they are divine representatives of the sun. You see, they are divine representatives of the cosmos. Okay. Again, when you come, this is another model, but this is Benin. You see the serpent coming down from heaven. The tail is always at the top. You see, the tail is always at the top. And now that you see this, right? You see the Nagas coming down, but it's even deeper than that. Because now today on these roofs, what do you see? You see these solar panels. You see, they understood something, you know, about frequency and energy, and you see, and absorbing this energy and using it, you understand, solar energy that was used in the ancient times before these people even knew what the fuck it was. An idea must come from somewhere. There's nothing new under the sun. And you have to understand that. So you go and you see that this energy, solar energy, is always coming down from the heavens. Now, look at this. Look at this. How I'm looking? Am I in the house? I didn't even got it up there. Ain't that something? I'm always doing that. I'm always doing that. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. We'll run it right back. The Oba's palace. You see the serpent descending from heaven, head at the bottom, tail at the top. You see, even when you go in your science class, you see the serpentine forms of energy. You see the serpentine forms of energy of the sun. You see coming about, you see blanketing the earth. You see what solar energy and solar power. When you go into the temples of the Nagas, Kushites, you see what? You see the serpent descending from heaven. It's a universal understanding. It's a universal understanding. Wherever you go, this is also in Benin, showing the serpent as a symbol of frequency, waves, sound. You see, descending to the heavens. And so today, as you can see on these roofs, you see symbols. And once you understand that it is a symbol of solar energy, you see, it is a symbol of this because where did all ideas come from somewhere? And as you can see, they have stolen everything that they could out of ancient Egypt, out of the Nile Valley, up out of Benin, Songhai, and Ghana. You understand the Dogon, the Zulu, the Khoisan, the Twa. You see the Nuba. You see all over Africa, they've been stealing from day one. And so today you see a manifestation, and I'll break it down. Now, a lot of people, when they go to West Africa, they, and we say, was the West Africans and the East Africans in connection? And you can see that these spiritual principles that's so highly developed could not be a coincidence. You see the very same, scientific and spiritual understandings from East and West Africa. You see, we're not silly. The truth is here today. We got to wake up. You understand? These are the primordials that brought forth this information. We've been here longer than anybody. We've been studying more than anybody, researching more than anybody, checking the facts. They don't even know the facts. They ain't even done no research. You understand what I'm saying? Until they understood, and came in contact with us. You see, and so again, when you see here, now you look on the Pharaoh head and you see how it's descending from the heavens. It's frequency, it's energy. This became Satan. You see, when they talk about the devil, the great dragon fell from the heavens. You see, this is all metaphorical to hide the facts of what the hell they talking about. What great dragon? Yeah, they talking about the serpent. They call him the serpent. Yeah, so. But you have to understand that what's good for them. You see, this is what I was talking about when I was discussing the golem. You see, they showing you something when you see that. You see, it's the sun, it's the eye. You see, it's the womb of the universe. You can see that rise coming through the womb. So it's the eye, and you talking about new. You see, in the Milky Way, you see, they can't access that. I'm gonna just give you a little, something, just a couple of them to show you. You see, when you look at the Lord of the Rings, they see, and when you understand, I'm gonna just give you these three so you understand. You know what I'm saying? You talking about, the dragon. You see the orb. We just went through that. What is it telling you? It's the sun. See, but they want immortality, but they cannot have the immortality, because in order to access the solar, you have to have a soul, a S-O-L or S-O-U-L, which means you have to be connected to the sun. But if you're not connected, it's toxic. And so they've always wanted to access that, but they cannot access it. They cannot access it. You see, we the ones that got the power to do that. You see, and we got to wake up today. That's why when they, they always, psychologically, they know where to block your ass at. You know what I'm saying? And so that's not just they blocking the free, it's a symbolic gesture that they should all, and you can see at the same time as he blocking, the brother, and he's silly enough to be down there with the Cro-Magnon man doing that to him. You see what I'm saying? Blocking the sun, and then he blocking the sun his damn self. You understand? Because that you can see red on the side. You see red up in there, so he blocking the sun at the same goddamn time. You see, and so now when you get into the and so you see here when we discussing this, so you understand that you can see the sun over the winged serpent, and you see here, the symbols of frequency and energy. You see, it's also a spiritual oscillator. You see what I'm saying? Showing you frequency, and the dragon is nothing more than the winged serpent. You understand? When the winged serpent went into Asia, it became the dragon, nonetheless. And the dragon is known for wisdom, known for creation, being a creator spirit, known for great treasures, and is considered the ancestor of divinity. That's why the dragon many times wear the crown. Even when you look in ancient Egypt, you see when the kings or pharaohs is depicted as serpents, you'll see the serpent with the crown of either lower Egypt or upper Egypt on his head to show you that it's a divine bloodline. You see again showing you that the Nagas is descending from heaven. This was the dragon that they demonized and said that Satan fell from heaven because anything that is toxic to them, they have demonized that. You see, again, you showing here, you seeing frequency. You see what they're doing? Serpentine. So they understood that. See, we been knew it. You see, we been knew it. We been knew it. And so when you see as the Pharaoh, you see the serpent come down and it forms the Ouroboros. You see, which is the 360 degree, and you see the return of the dragon is the global return of the African consciousness of immortality. You see? Now let me come down here so we can see. And also we said that the serpent also symbolizes waves. And y'all know who brought this. Y'all know who brought and showed the world, you understand, the waves in ancient Egypt. I see niggas everywhere got it now. You understand what I'm saying? They even use this shit. I had this so long ago, and they'll cut it out and take the general Seti off the shit. They'll do whatever they can. You even see the spirals in the afro to let you know that they kinks, they coil. You see what I'm saying? The cosmic divinity of the spiral. Because in spiral is spirit. That's how energy move in the universe. You understand? No matter what it is, if it's cosmic and if it's of great power, then it moves in the spiral. Whether it's the hurricane, whether it's the tornado, whether it's the movement of the universe, if it's the goddamn turbine engine, it don't make no difference what it is. If it has great power, it moves in the spiral, which is significant because spiral denotes spirit, frequency. Spirit is also frequency and energy, divine spirit frequency. You see, and we understand also the waves, and and we understand energy moves in waves. That is the unit of measurement. You see, but also denotes water. You see, understanding that our people are a people of water. You see, and that's why you see on the walls, you see our deities, and move on arcs, and you look in the zodiac table in Dendera, in the ceiling of Dendera, you see all the great netters sailing across the celestial Nile on the arc. You see, and so again, when you understand the serpents, also the twin serpents, which is on the Badeti, which is the winged sun disk, but also the Nubian crown. You see, which denotes not only the feminine and the masculine sides of the brain, but denotes your genetic DNA. You see, which they use, with the intertwining serpents. You understand? As a symbol of DNA to let you know that the sun, when it comes, it acts as a healer. It acts as a key to unlock, you see, the ancestral memory bank. You see, that's down in your DNA. You see, this is, you got to understand your divine uh, 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 assignment and responsibility and destiny that's been bestowed upon you by creation, not no damn man. The man don't know shit. You see, you have within your DNA a divine manual of operation. You see that you got to unlock. You look on the outside, but what's on the inside, you see, is a replica of what's on the outside. The doors, a lot of people look up. You got to look within. You see, it's in your DNA, and that's where the war is being fought today. Even when they got them damn vampire movies. What's that one? And they call it Blood Wars. You see, and we were just talking about the other day, altered carbon. These people is trying to go in there and cut out, sections of your DNA. You see what I'm saying? And remove that from you. You see, when you go to Chichen Itza, you see, and you understand at Chichen Itza, you will see on the solstices. You see what I'm saying? The equinoxes and the solstices, most definitely. You see where it has a serpent. You see intertwined into the pyramid, and on the solstices, at a certain time, it'll light up. You see, and you can see the serpent, and you can see it descending from heaven. And this is how you know that, people tried to assume that, man, the Kushites took this knowledge all over the ancient world. You know what I'm saying? You don't find complex sequences and ideas like that because it takes a great and ancient mind to develop this science here. You see what I'm saying? And there's no way you're going to find this type of concept all over the world. I didn't just showed you the Naga Kushite. I didn't showed you it from West Africa to East Africa, over here to the Olmecs, all the way to India with the Naga Kushites, even in China with the Naga Kushite. It is no way possible you could have complex ideas just pop up like this all over the fucking world without a common mother source. Wake up. They knew something. When you look, these is great, magnificent civilizations. These is ancient people that know what it is. They ain't second guessing this. And so you got to tap back in. What does it mean? All in the long run, it means return to natural law, period. You are in a state of where ignorance and, spiritual disconnect. When you do not have the laws of nature as your foundation of whatever philosophy you claim you got, whatever you see, which is going to cause you, you might say, this is my friend. You understand what I'm saying? You calling you calling your diametric opposite your friend. See, you thinking on some emotionalism. The nature don't give a fuck about emotionalism. The laws are carved in creation. You ain't gonna undo the laws of nature. And if you think you in the same, but see, you thinking like the man who has no inheritance from creation. And so it's in his nature to discard. You see, it's in his nature to discard that. It is in your best interest and your only interest to abide by the laws of creation, which is my art. And you won't call it like you, and you ain't, call it like it is. That's all you got. And it's gonna hurt because you're gonna have to sever shit. You're gonna have to clean shit up. Because if you are the caretaker, and I'm on my last, if you are the caretaker and you are the custodian of the planet. You are the custodian of Ma'at. You are the caretaker of Ma'at. And if anything falls out of the harmonious balance of nature, it is your duty. It is your duty. It is your duty to put it back in alignment. It is your duty to balance these scales. These scales have been unbalanced for the last 2,000 years. And it ain't gonna get no better. And I don't give a fuck how many schools you open up. I don't give a fuck what your economic plan is. I don't give a fuck about none of that. They killing this goddamn planet. Niggas want to flee, and I'm gonna end on this. Matter of fact, I got another video that I need to do tonight. I might have to knock one back so I can get on these niggas. I might have to do that. Because, I seen niggas whining in my comments just yesterday when I did that Rihanna thing. You see, and ASAP Rocky. You know what I'm saying? Because I see it's a lot of you house shoe wearing niggas out there. You see, y'all don't want to put on no Timberlands. Y'all niggas want to put on house shoes. And that's why we in this goddamn predicament. I hope you niggas come in. Matter of fact, I am. I'm going to do that right now. I must deal with definitive black manhood. You see, you niggas take, and I'm gonna put it in definitive black manhood. You niggas must take them house shoes off today. You got to take your house shoes off and put on your Timberlands. And so I'm coming right, black family. That's the energy that matter of fact, I wanted to do it anyway, but I just feel because niggas is fleeing from setting the record straight. You see, and somebody got to tell it like it is. Somebody got to speak for the ancestors. Somebody got to speak for our ancestors that died fighting for the reality of what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? And if don't no goddamn body stand on a square, which I know is not true, but if no goddamn body don't stand on a square and speak for the ancestors, I'm going to do it. And I don't give a fuck whether you like it or not. If you do not like it, you know what you can do. You can get your ass up and you can get the fuck out of here, because this just ain't the place for you. You see, our African ancestors rule in this house, period. Okay then, family, I'll be right back. Thank you for being here today. Get back into your black divinity. The mysticism only leads you to a realistical blueprint. It's about nature. It's about the laws of nature. You see, the laws of nature, okay? And we're going to define the proper, in the ways that we can verify. It's right before your eyes, family. This is the General Sara, Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education. If everybody in here, come right back, because this shit about to get fire. Okay? I promise you that. Black power.